Last night we do see Sanji was throwing big brain moments with with the Kadita over here now. Once again returning into the land of
Her
dawn.
passive is called Thalassophobia, but I think at the end, probably coming into the mid game, we'll have this thing called Kadita-phobia, as they're going to be just scared of walking into bushes. But let's see if that happens as we have FCAP against Team Liquid. FCAP on the left, Team Liquid on the right. Let's get straight into it.
Yep, right now as we can see that Carl TZ will be starting off with the orange buff, so if he wants to go that invasion, they can just go into the purple buff instead. But now Carl TZ now starting off very well.
Where's Owen going?
Ogwen at this rate he's going to be checking the visions on the top on the purple buff, so we need to provide vision where is Alpha so that he can actually help up that much for Kyle TZ with the Fanny over here. Now it's pretty vulnerable for JP in the early game, so he can just go into the fight, but he chose to just leave it ongoing and plays even safer for this matchup. But now here comes JP now instantly as we speak. He flies into it and ready for the fight now. Still, Ogwen has been trapped into the middle. The Sanford stuns and forcing out the flicker. Execution strike onto Flap TZ. Carl TZ now has a huge amount of HP and decent amount of damage. Now Few comes in to help and he's got frozen.
Oh man!
Trapped into the middle. Execution strike will be taking him down. Flap TZ takes the first blood, showing his emote. Faha, fly high.
Unfortunate right there. Carl TZ really wanted to try to cripple Carl TZ's farm, but unfortunately, Ogwood and Few were there to defend it. Now, I'm pretty surprised that it's not Carl TZ, which is the one to actually initiate the jungle invasions. As you know, Fanny with the steel cable can just fly in and out, but this is going to be putting Team Liquid on the back foot, as Carl TZ will just be a little bit behind farm, but he does have the ultimate ready.
Yep, he has the ultimate ready, and also with pretty much a lot of crowd controls here, forcing out the flicker, and JP just going to the cutthroat, but he fails to fall on it, and although Flap TZ ensures Sanji's demise, but ultimately, the ultimate goal for Team Liquid is the turtle, and yes, Kyle TZ's cutthroat has been denied, which actually saves a little bit for Team Liquid as it proceeds further.
Now that was a really nice play by Carl TZ, looking into the future. Okay, Ogwen's just gonna disappear. Sorry, not Ogwen. JP will disappear right there. But yeah, speaking about the turtle fight, Carl TZ actually played it really, really well. The moment the steel cable came out from Carl TZ, he used the Spear of Alpha to make sure that Carl TZ is knocked out of the way, out of the range of the turtle, and able to pop the retribution for himself, which denied Falcon's AP variant the turtle. Now looking at this, he's able to get a little bit more farm than Carl TZ, so okay, Flap TZ already on the War Axe, so this might spell a little bit of trouble for future team fights.
Yep, early game, you have a lot of pressure now. It's Petrified and a Rock Wave. Ogwen gets a bit low, forcing out the flicker. Carl TZ comes in with a cutthroat, but he's been trapped into the middle. The penalty zone saves the day. Sanford instead gets trapped, but he eventually gets out of the way with the passive. Sanford makes it out safely.
Yeah, Sanji really saved by the Thalassophobia right there. I'm pretty sure at least the passive popped right there. If not, he would have died. But now Carl TZ with the blade of with the blade of the not blade of the Heptaseas. What was it I think? Oh yeah, the blade of Heptaseas. But right now we're going to be seeing the effect of that as Carl TZ will be the one to fall to Carl TZ. Oh my god.
Kyle TZ destroys Carl TZ. I mean, I wonder how in the past that the casters were able to pronounce their names, but yeah.
There's a really tongue twister right there. But yeah, second turtle fight is going to come out. And Team Liquid seems to be having a dominant position right here, as Carl TZ will slowly make his way in.
Oh! And here we go. Flap TZ gets knocked out as he flicks it out of the flicker!
Flap TZ!
What? And now even more Sanji with a Thalassophobia was able to get out of the way, but the turtle fight might be just going as well for Team Liquid over here. Way. It gets the turtle! Kyle TZ slaughters JP and Ogwen with a wild charge just to buy some time, and it makes it out of the way. Sanford eventually might just go down. Petrify comes in, Super Marco, and sure Sanford demise, and down goes the Mermaid as well. Sanji falls. It is 7-0. The early game holds so well for a Falcon APBREN.
Big disaster for Team Liquid as they lose not only the turtle but their team fight and potentially this blue buff, this purple buff. Okay, no, Kaltizi will get it. But yeah,
Kaltizi comes in through. It's Ogwen a little bit low. Here comes the knockout. JP might just want to get it, but Kaltizi ultimately falls to another blaze from Kaltizi. Killing spree, 3 kills obtained by this assassin.
Yeah, these two names are gonna be the death of me, I swear. But yeah, as we spoke before, maybe mages like Loi and Aurora will do very well against Team Liquid. We saw in the Turtle Pit, they were all grouped up together, ready to catch anybody who comes in, especially for Kaltizi on that Fanny. But the moment they walked in, Phil with that frigid glacier just made sure everybody did not move and picked up the kill on the turtle as well, allowing Kaltizi to just run in and clear everything away.
Oh my god, that's a great wild charge. Just X managed to escape the Petrify. Rough Wave has been spelled as now JP chunked up a lot of HP, forcing him to fall back. But look at that reflex coming from Ogwen. The moment he was able to get immune from the Petrify was just massive on time, and it prevents that burst from the Mermaid.
Yeah, this is why they are the pro players, and that's why we are not the ones who are playing. So yeah, trying to find his way into there. The control goes across the wall. Inhuman tech.
Wow.
I think this is just going to give them a lot of space to take the turtle right now. Now that JP is dead.
Yeah, now JP is dead. They're just free to get this turtle. Finally had a taste. After twice they got obtained by Team Liquid. Right now they had to change the focus to Flap TZ even though, but he's just too tanky to be dropped down. Kaltizi has yet have enough damage to deal against this tanky Flap TZ. Now, having them said, this is a complete domination from FCAP. But now is that having that said, Team Liquid would need to really play. It's going to be a different story like the first game even still, because Team Liquid right now is having the same difficulty as Wild Charge once again escapes the just out of the way. Shoo!
For those of you who are watching, the F1 is coming soon. But yeah, the nice Guardian Barrier right there tries to catch out the 3 members on the side of Team Liquid, but I don't think everybody has a dash, so everybody's just gonna dash over that wall. Nothing much gonna happen. If the Wild Charge was available right there, I think that would have been disastrous.
Yep, but what's more disastrous is it's time for Ogwen finds the Mermaid, but with that first skill, the wave's gonna be as he swims out of the way, escapes that nicely. One more Guardian Barrier controls the movement, and look at it, Ogwen's movement was just as same as JP in the last game. He copies the same every single time. He stands and sends his foot ground on firm on the ground to try to control the Team Liquid's movements, and they might just pinpoint on this purple buff.
Yeah, 2 towers already there. Okay, the second tower is on the way down, but I guess the Fanny pick in FCAP really helped their early game a lot. Now Fanny with that mobility that Team Liquid can't really play around, because as you see, their junglers, they don't really have that much mobility, at least not as much as Fanny. So they're going to be having a little bit of trouble in the early game. But looking at the items right now, we're going to see the Sky Piercer and the Wind Talker onto Benny QT. The last time we saw that yesterday, he got a Savage. So he has not died yet. And I think Team Liquid, they really need Benny QT to farm up. And FCAP must not let that happen if they are to have a chance at a third game.
Now, Team Liquid at this point, although yes, they were almost had the same like as the previously, having them to protect the king, protect the empire, but now eventually with the fast mobility was able to counteract this slow mobility draft picks. Now, even though Kaltizi tries to even burn down the Lord, but it's still ultimately Grok and the rest of FCAP was able to hold that advantage, and that actually restricts a lot of movements for TLPH. So right now, there's no way that they can start this up. Nice. Oh my goodness, did I just witness the orange buff just got stolen?
Oh, where did it go? Oh, it's on Few! Few! The thief!
Ah,
Well,
alright.
I guess that's another thing that Team Liquid needs to worry about, like losing these little small objectives. But you know what? Life in life things happen. So I guess Team Liquid, although with this little small setback, still has a chance, as we're gonna see both teams gear up for a big team fight, as the 10-minute Lord will start to get chopped down.
In the meantime, well, as soon as we speak, look at Kyle TZ's rotation. Every time that he knows that Benny Cutie will be just in like the last game where Benny Cutie was being left alone. Kyle TZ at this point will be just going to fly with a steel cable and make sure where he is to find him out. As he knows, and every time that he spotted him, the cutthroat is going to be at least chunking out some HP to warn him, you stay where you are, don't left alone.
And I think this pressure is really going to be building onto Team Liquid, as they can't really clear the lanes by themselves as they usually could. Lord will be down to 50% HP. It's going to be a retribution battle from the Carls, from the TZs, as Team Liquid is going to be slowly pushed behind. We're probably going to be seeing something of the opposite. As okay, the fight is starting to brew.
And here comes the penalty zone as Carl TZ gets the Lord! But the cutthroat will be taking down Carl TZ and eventually Sanford double kill for Kyle. And now eventually Sanji blocks with the Garden Barrier as he flaps TZ! Flickers in and ensures the execution strike, the hammer, land onto Sanji. Now JP coming in to try to for a little bit vision, but the Lord might be just be buying time for Team Liquid.
Yeah, Team Liquid may have won the fight, but ultimately they lost the war. The Lord that they spent so much resources in getting is now just gone like that. And they lost 3 members in the process as well, so that's gonna be even more gold going towards FCAP. And now Team Liquid with 1 kill is gonna be on the back foot.
Yeah, maybe this would be a little bit of consolation coming in through for Team Liquid, but now let's do the itemizations. Okay, so that as usual, Minotaur, it wasn't really that tanky as what we used to see, and we do see that Ruby with the Sea Halberd to do some live region, which is good, actually. Every single attacks that he deal was able to get close and eventually do some damage, but as well as to reduce the life region from Ogwen, Kyle TZ, Flap TZ, and Super Marco. So at this rate, he at least has some semi-damage Ruby. Now, Kyle TZ right now at this point wasn't really as strong as it used to be, but the alpha right now wasn't really hit the same effect that we used to see in the past matchup. So now, looking forward on how FCAP was able to utilize that huge amount of damage in this late game, it's going to be a big pain.
Queen's Wings and the Blood Wings going into Flap TZ and Super Marco respectively. Team fights are going to be a hell lot harder. But let's take note, Benny QT has not died yet. 0 kills, yeah, sure, 0 deaths, but 0 deaths, that's the main part. He's slowly going to start to get his items, and the game is slowly going to be transitioning into the mid game. Now, Team Liquid is going to be showing signs of life, and once Benny QT start to come online, that's going to spell trouble for FCAP.
Yep, it's going to spell trouble for FCAP. But now is that all they need for now, FCAP at this point, they need to try to shut down Benny QT. But knowing that right now they use the signature grouping up strategy, I wonder how FCAP is going to actually start up to have a single pickup at least and try to pinpoint at least one member to let Roger to be vulnerable. But maybe they can just use as the previous strategies. They do want to use the resource as the bait, and eventually with the penalty zone and the wall charge and the Frigid Glacier is going to buy some time and create huge team fights.
Yeah, we're going to see some items coming in. FCAP is positioned really nicely right here, but if Sanford manages to get a really nice I'm offended, that might turn the tides. But they have to find Carl TZ if they are to have a chance at this Lord. And I think he's going to be starting to fly in with the steel cables right now.
Spear cables are here. Black TZ takes down Carl TZ, forcing Sanford's flicker. No junglers, no contest. This is a free Lord for FCAP.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. The flicker being spent from Sanford. That's going to be your flicker I'm offended combo denied from Team Liquid. And on top of that, FCAP did manage to get the Lord. And not just any Lord, it is the Enhanced Lord, which is going to be starting to knock on their doors anytime soon. And in this team fight, a really nice wild charge going in. Sanford will fall!
Sanford will fall, and now JP once again forcing out a flicker as well. The sight, the Salmon Force activated by Super Marco, and the Synchro Vision, massive amount of damage was just on point. And now Team Liquid find one more space to find the play. Ogwen just stands in the turrets to stop their movements. They have no way to move.
Nah, he don't care. Turret shooting him, he don't care. As long as the minions are safe and his team is able to take down that turret. Now, Carl TZ flying in, just baiting out or whatever utility they have. They know JP doesn't have the knockup anymore, but maybe, just maybe, something might be happening here.
Oh! The Frigid Glacier! Oh! The person down, Sanford goes down as well. Carl TZ trying to buy some Thunder Spirit Alpha, but he eventually falls. And it's once again a revenge made by FCAP. And now the series has been tied 1-1.
Amazing play by Team FCAP. Now they realized that the early game had a little bit of issues in Game 1. So they remedied it in Game 2 by having the high mobility jungler known as Fanny on their team. Team Liquid on